Hey guys, Zomfox here, and today we are going to be talking about some new news that just came out. So, for those of you who don't know, the last thing we found out was that officially they were going to be playing all their games at Birmingham. But now we have actually gotten the technical, official statement of that. But more importantly, we now know what the first game of the season is going to be, and how much tickets are, and where to get them. So, once again, we are back on what you need to know for USFL in 2022 article on Fox Sports from the USFL site. This time it's Birmingham to host all games. The excitement continues to build for the April 16 start of the United States Football League. On Tuesday, we found out where the new league will play its inaugural season, as it was announced that the Birmingham, Alabama will be the home of all USFL games in 2022. Games will be held at Protective Stadium, the 45,000-seat home of the University of Alabama, Birmingham, with a number of additional games also staged at the historic Legion Field. The first game will feature the New Jersey Generals against the Birmingham Stallions and will kick off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday, April 16th. That game will air on both Fox and NBC, making it the first scheduled sporting event to air on competing broadcast networks since Super Bowl I in 1967, which was shown on both CBS and NBC. That's pretty big. So first of all, let's just talk about the game itself. The Generals versus the Stallions. It makes a lot of sense they did this. This is one that, if you were to predict, is one that you'd see coming about 70 miles away. They're playing in Birmingham, so of course the Stallions are going to play. And the most recognizable team, by far, of the USFL were the Generals. They may not have been the best, but they were easily the most recognizable, as I talked about in my New Jersey Generals brief history video. And then the fact that the game is going to be a night game on a Saturday, that's great. Great timing, baseball may or may not be starting at that time. We don't know because, player strikes and stuff. But the fact that it is being aired on both Fox and NBC is a huge deal. Being the first scheduled sporting event to air since Super Bowl I, Super Bowl I was in 67. It's been like 54 years. But it will also give a lot of people an easy access to see it, as that means for about 4 hours on both channels, the only thing you're going to be seeing is the USFL, which I think is a really cool thing to have. So hopefully this gives a lot of people immediate interest in the league from just seeing it for the first time. Yeah. The first game played in any new league itself is historical. And having the USFL's inaugural game simulcast by NBC and Fox makes it even more so, said Fox Sports CEO and executive producer Eric Shanks. It's rare when two competitors can come together and see how cooperation can lead to long-term benefit. Tickets for the inaugural game are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Tickets are $10 for adults and free for kids under the age of 15. Details about tickets for other games will be announced shortly. The USFL is a new blah blah blah, the stuff that they say every single time. But yeah. So, $10 a ticket for adults and free for kids. That's a big deal. I'm going to assume that most games are probably going to follow that same guideline, if not maybe a little bit more. But what that does is it allows people that are in the area to go to the game really cheaply, to have a bunch of fans in seats for TV purposes, as people on the TV will see, like, hey, look, there's a lot of people there. I guess it's popular. As tickets are that cheap to go in, and the fact that it's a football league, I think that's a pretty good idea. I would say I'd be down to going, but I do not live anywhere near Birmingham, so I will not be going to that game. Who knows? Maybe something happens and I somehow am able to fly there, but as of now, no, so don't expect me to do some sort of vlog there. But yeah. So, $10 ticket, that's honestly a really cool thing. I think it's great, and it's just, it's just pretty great. And then, where will games be played? In the inaugural season of the USFL, all 8 teams will play in Birmingham, Alabama at both Protective Stadium and Legion Field. Birmingham is one of America's most dynamic and welcoming cities, with a world-class facilities highlighted by the state-of-the-art Protective Stadium, now home to the USFL, said Edward Hartman, USFL Executive Vice President, Business Operations. Located downtown, it's within walking distance to the hotels where players will reside and many other amenities. We can't wait to make football magic in the Magic City on April 16, when the hometown Stallions take on the Generals to kick off the inaugural USFL season. Overall, I think this is good info to come out. We did know, we kind of knew truly for like a month or two, like a month and a half, that there was a very good chance they're playing in Birmingham. So that's kind of an L. We kind of knew about that. They didn't really hide it that well. But now that we know exactly what the deal is, that there are going to be fans and the tickets are that cheap, is honestly a really cool thing. I think that's really good. It's a shame that not everybody's going to be able to go, and sadly, my fears of them allowing fans in from Birmingham is going to be real. Because, as I said before, the one thing I was scared of about them choosing a hub in a place where a team plays is that that home team is automatically going to get a home field advantage for like the entire season. So let me say this. If the Birmingham Stallions don't even make the playoffs, that's really, really pathetic. Yeah. This has been Zomfox, guys. If you guys like this content or want to be notified as soon as I upload about either new news or other videos, subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified as soon as something is posted. Have a great night.